Imagine applying for your dream car, your first home, or even a simple credit card, and getting rejected within seconds, not because you don't earn enough, not because you did something wrong, but because of a number you've probably never even checked. That number is your credit score. And here's the shocking part. Most people only find out about it when it's already too late. But what if you could check your credit score right now, online, completely free, without hurting it, and in less than a few minutes? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, step by step, the safest and most trusted platforms you can use, and a small but critical mistake that 90% of people make while checking their score that can actually put their personal information at risk. So before you apply for any loan, any credit card, or make any big financial move, you need to watch this because it could literally save you thousands in extra interest or prevent a straight-up rejection. Now, let's start with the basics, because understanding this properly will make everything else much easier. A credit score is simply a three-digit number that represents how trustworthy you are when it comes to borrowing money. Think of it like your financial reputation. It tells banks and lenders whether you pay back what you owe on time or not. The higher your score, the more trustworthy you look, which means you can get loans faster, lower interest rates, and better financial opportunities. On the other hand, a low score can quietly block you from approvals, increase your interest rates, or even limit your options without you realizing why. And here's a big myth that stops people from even checking it. Many believe that checking their credit score will reduce it. That's not true if you're doing it the right way. And I'll show you exactly how to check it safely without any negative impact. By the end of this video, you'll not only know where to check your credit score for free, but you'll also understand what your number actually means and how to stay in control of it moving forward. First, before you even try to check your credit score online, you need to make sure you have a few basic things ready. Otherwise, the process can feel confusing or frustrating. Most platforms will ask you to verify your identity, so you'll need a valid ID like your CNIC if you're in Pakistan, or any official identification number depending on your country. Along with that, you'll also need an active mobile number and email address, because almost every platform uses OTP verification to make sure it's really you accessing the information. This step is important because your credit data is sensitive, and these systems are designed to protect it. You'll also need a stable internet connection and a phone or laptop, but that's pretty obvious. Now, one thing a lot of people don't realize is that your credit score doesn't just appear magically. It's calculated based on your financial history. So if you've never taken a loan, never used a credit card, or never interacted with any formal financial system, you might not even have a score yet, and that's completely normal. Also, keep in mind that credit scores usually fall within a range, typically between 300 to 850, where a higher number means better credit worthiness. Different platforms may show slightly different scores because they use different models, but don't worry, that's normal too. The goal here is not perfection, but awareness. Once you have these basics ready and understand what to expect, checking your credit score becomes a simple and smooth process instead of something intimidating. Now let's talk about where you can actually check your credit score for free, because this is where most people make mistakes. Not every website that promises a free credit score is safe or reliable, and clicking on the wrong one can risk your personal information. The safest and most recommended option is always to go through official credit bureaus or well-known financial platforms. In many countries, there are authorized credit bureaus that collect and maintain your financial data, and some of them offer free credit reports either once a year or through partner apps. You might also find fintech apps or banking platforms that provide free access to your credit score as part of their services. The key here is trustworthy use platforms that are widely recognized and have a strong reputation. Always check if the website has HTTPS in the URL, look for proper branding, and avoid sites that ask for unnecessary details like passwords to your bank accounts. Another important point is understanding the difference between free and paid services. Some platforms will show you your basic score for free, but charge you for detailed reports or advanced insights. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but you should be aware of what you're signing up for. The good news is that for most people, the free version is more than enough to get started. By choosing the right platform, you not only protect your data, but also ensure that the information you're seeing is accurate and useful. Once you've chosen a trusted platform, the next step is actually checking your credit score. And this is much easier than most people expect. First, you'll go to the official website or download the app of the service you've chosen. On the homepage, you'll usually see an option like check your credit score, or get your free report. Click on that and you'll be asked to create an account if you don't already have one. This usually involves entering your name, email address, mobile number, and creating a password. After that, you'll go through a verification process, which might include entering an OTP sent to your phone or email. Some platforms may ask a few security questions related to your financial history just to confirm your identity. Once you're verified, you'll need to enter some personal details like your ID number and possibly your address. After submitting this information, the system will process your request, and within seconds or a couple of minutes, your credit score will appear on your screen. Along with the score, you'll often see additional details like your credit history, active accounts, and recent inquiries. Take your time to explore this dashboard because it gives you a complete picture of your financial health. The entire process is designed to be user-friendly, so even if you're doing it for the first time, you'll be able to follow along. Now that you've got your credit score in front of you, the next step is understanding what it actually means, because a number by itself doesn't tell you much unless you know how to interpret it. Generally, credit scores are divided into ranges. A lower score, somewhere around 300 to 579, is considered poor and may make it difficult for you to get approved for loans or credit cards. A fair score might be in the range of 580 to 669, which means you still have room for improvement. A good score, typically between 670 and 739, puts you in a strong position for approvals, while anything above 740 is considered very good to excellent. But your score isn't random, it's based on specific factors. The most important one is your payment history, which looks at whether you pay your bills on time. Then there's credit utilization, which measures how much of your available credit you're using. Other factors include the length of your credit history, the types of credit you have, and how often you apply for new credit. If your score is lower than you expected, don't panic. Instead, use it as a starting point. Look at the details provided in your report to identify what's pulling your score down. This awareness is powerful because once you understand the problem, you can start working on improving it step by step. Finally, let's go over some common mistakes that you absolutely need to avoid when checking your credit score, because these can either harm your score indirectly or put your personal data at risk. One of the biggest mistakes is using untrusted or fake websites. These sites often lure people in with promises of instant free scores but are actually designed to collect your sensitive information. Always stick to official or well-known platforms. Another common misconception is confusing soft inquiries with hard inquiries. When you check your own credit score through a legitimate platform, it's usually a soft inquiry and does not affect your score at all. However, when a lender checks your score during a loan application, that's a hard inquiry and can slightly lower your score. Understanding this difference helps you avoid unnecessary fear. Many people also ignore errors in their credit report. If you see incorrect information, you should report it immediately because even small errors can impact your score. Lastly, a lot of people check their score once and forget about it. Your credit score is not a one-time thing. It changes over time based on your financial behavior. Regular monitoring helps you stay in control and catch any issues early. Avoiding these mistakes ensures that you not only check your credit score safely, but also use that information to make smarter financial decisions going forward. So here's the bottom line. Your credit score is not just a number, it's your financial reputation, and ignoring it is like driving blindfolded in your financial life. The difference between someone who gets instant loan approvals at low interest rates and someone who keeps getting rejected often comes down to this one thing. And the best part, you don't need to pay anything or wait for months to understand it. You can check it today, for free, in just a few minutes, and take control before it starts controlling your opportunities. The smartest move you can make right now is simply open a trusted platform, check your score, and actually look at what's going on behind that number. Because once you're aware, you're in power. And remember, this isn't about having a perfect score overnight. It's about staying informed, avoiding mistakes, and making small, consistent decisions that improve your financial future over time. Most people delay this until they need a loan, and that's when it's already too late. Don't be that person. Be the one who's prepared, who knows their numbers, and who uses that knowledge to win financially. If this video helped you, drop a like so more people can learn this, and let me know in the comments. Have you ever checked your credit score before, or is this your first time? And if you want to go one step further, make sure you subscribe, because in the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to increase your credit score fast, even if it's currently low. This one step could change your entire financial future. So don't wait. Go check your score right now.